for watching CTV Rendez-vous. I'm Sarveen. Today I'm with a very special guest and famous animator and a founder of Can Do Films, Mr. Davy Liu.
Hello, I'm Mr. Davy Liu. So good to see you today. Oh, your school is so exciting. Parents, you're so lucky to have such a great kids. I'm so happy here to be interviewed by this amazing professional reporter.
Hi Davy, I like all of your artworks. Where do you find inspiration for your artworks?
I find my inspiration by speaking to children. I find my speech become my inspiration because every time I see kids get excited and I see kids, some of the kids down there, they look like monkeys, they look like alligators, they look like fish, and they sometimes look like an animal in my story. So my inspiration comes from my traveling, speaking all over the world, and I get so excited, especially in this school, after seeing these kids are just a bunch of wild animals. So I'm so inspired right now. I can't wait to go back to California to make more story on TSL's This Wild Animal.
That's great. Among all the characters you have worked for, which one is your favorite? And which one did you have the most fun making?
Well, this is the best is yet to come. My favorite, it has to be this little creature named Can Do. This Can Do come from my art teacher inspired me, tells me I can do it. So I want to use this story, Can Do, and talk about a can do attitude. Because if you have a can do attitude, you can be a cowboy and not a cow. So the story is called The Giant Leaf. The Giant Leaf's about this little fox, Can Do. He had this amazing adventure in his dream. He dreamed of a giant leaf and how he took a giant leap of faith. Eventually, he found out his dream did came true in this giant leaf.
Nice. When you were at my age, I'm 10 years old, what was your dream job?
You're 10 years old. When I was in your age, I don't think I have ever grown up ever since I was 8. I decided not to grow up after I was 8 because I realized being 8 years old, you get to be happy, you get to have imaginations. Even though I'm 48, I still feel like 8. When I was 8, I always wanted to be an artist. Now I'm 48, I am an artist, I still want to be an artist. So I think it's important to have dreams, and even thought maybe sometime your family may think you cannot do it, maybe you're not just that lucky. But I believe in anything. Dream comes before educations. You know, dream is like a kite, education is like that string. It is important that you have dreams before you have all the string. You can have all the string in the world if you don't have a dream. Well, I had a dream, except I had a hard time going to school. So when I was your age, I think I want to be an artist, but it was so impossible because everyone tells me I cannot do it. Until I met my art teacher, she told me, yes, you can do it. And I drew something, a Chinese dragon, and guess what? That dragon won top 20 in the whole United States. I even got the president of the United States told me that you did it. So ever since then, my mom tells me I got to become doctor and engineer. I still have to say, I want to be that 8-year-old boy that Davy Liu once upon were and still is. I want to pursue my dream and be Davy Liu and not be something I'm not.
What was the most challenging part of your job?
Oh, the most challenging job is when Michael Jackson's tried to kiss me. I was hoping he was a pretty girl. My most challenging job is when I have to go to Africa and I'm drawing the lion and the lion's chasing me. The most challenging job is when I went to China, the mosquitoes and all the Chinese coming after me for autographs. The most challenging job is creativity. It's to come up with something you have never done before. The most challenging job being an artist and an animator and a filmmaker is to outdo yourself every time. It's impossible sometimes. You think you've done it all. You think all the creative idea is all written. But guess what? There's always something new if you believe. There's always something new if you dare to dream. So that's why I believe dream is so important, because dream causes all the imagination to fly. So dream it's like a wing for those ideas to take off. So I find being an artist the most challenging thing. It's what are you going to say next that will inspire the people that hear your story. So I continue to get challenged every day that I want to believe that I can do it, and doing something that is impossible. And even tomorrow may seem impossible, but today I'll make all things possible through you can do it attitude.
I can tell you have a great passion for work and life. For children like us, some of us still don't know what our passion is. How can we find our passion? Even if we do, how do we keep it?
So passion is a very deep word. Like I can say, when I was a boy, I was passionate about eating ice cream. I love ice cream. Nobody needs to teach me how to eat ice cream, right? I know all the flavor, the excitement and experience. How do you keep passionate? The same passion that I have when I was eating ice cream. Well, it's the same thing. I told myself when I went to America and I discovered I can draw. I can't make straight A, but I can draw straight lines. But in Taiwan, my mom all want me to be is become the Chinese bumblebee that makes straight A. My mom even loved me so much, bought me a Yamaha so I can become a perfect cricket that play music. But I was so disappointed in both. I couldn't go to school like all the Chinese kids. I couldn't study like all the Chinese kids. I don't learn like them. I don't play music like them. I didn't fit in. But I didn't know what that is because I didn't find my passion. All of a sudden I realized to sustain your passion, it's really, really dare to ask yourself, okay, so if I'm not same with everybody else and I can't do like they do, like play music and do karate and play violins and make straight A, become doctor engineers, does that mean I'm not very smart? Does that mean I'm just nobody? Nope. My art teacher proved it to me that I can do it. She gave me a piece of white paper. You see, in Taiwan, no one ever gave me a white piece of paper. They only gave me a test paper. So, just because you haven't found your passion, don't give up. Don't give up because there's something all of us, we all have. It's that unique gift that you were born with. Whether you're butterfly, firefly, or bee, or cricket, you are somebody. Take your time, get to know yourself, really have courage to say, I want to be what I want to be. I don't want to be like them or like them. That's their dream. I have to be me. When you start finding you and start listening carefully to your voice inside, there's a song that says, a dream is a wish a heart made when you're fast asleep. In your dream, there's no heartache. Whatever your dream, it'll come true. You know, you have to believe. I want to encourage you, before you find your passion, start identify, I am different. Accept the fact that it is okay to be different. And when you start to be courageous to say, I'm going to be different, not because I'm better, I just am different. I'm made different. I am not like them, but I have something unique in me. And start finding that uniqueness in you, that what is the difference that you have with everybody else. Maybe you're good with pencil, maybe you're good with basketball, maybe you're good with the needle, but whatever that you're good at. Find what you are passionate for and don't ever do anything because your family tell you you have to make lots of money. Making money is not success in my world. Making happiness is the most important thing. You see right now, I am not just happy, I get to make money every day, but not because I want to make money. I get to be me first. I get to pursue something I'm passionate about. And when you're passionate, guess what? The money follows you.
So what's next for you? Are there any upcoming projects that we should look out for?
There's gonna be a story about a firefly. And this firefly has a big forehead. And this firefly was born in Taiwan. I'm gonna write a story about this firefly. I'm working on a book about this firefly. About this firefly in this forest. He thought he was a bee, he thought he was a cricket, he thought he was a karate prayer mantis. But he found out in America he was a firefly. So I'm working on some of the other stories about an insect and using my story as a metaphor and let all the world to know that in this magical forest, you are not a cow. Everyone are born to dream like a cowboy. So that's my next project. My publisher want me to make 5 books a year, so I have to write books. But when I was a kid, I used to hate books. But now I'm writing books. Why? Because I found my passion. I got to be me. When you know you're a firefly, it's naturally you just start singing, this is light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This is light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, mom and dad, you think this guy's crazy. Don't listen to him. I am definitely not crazy. You gotta remember, your child is so unique. I am not speaking to this just to students. I want to encourage the parents. Really start, take time. Don't just ask, son, do you need the lunch money today? Son, how's your grades?
Son, did you play piano? Son, did you go to tutoring class?
I want you to start, take time and get to know your children. And start noticing their difference. And from there, start praise them, affirm them, encourage them. And start to having this can-do spirit and see something that they can do and don't look for something they cannot do. Or else, you might miss out the diamonds in your home. You might see it as marbles. So, 别把钻石当玻璃珠。
Can you draw a picture? Anything you want.
Anything I want? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna draw a picture and I gotta get my magic pen. There we go, zoom in. I usually start with eyes, okay? Eyes is the window to every soul. So here I go as I draw this beautiful, handsome eyebrow. And of course, having a Chinese calligraphy class would help, you know? And the line of confident line is important. So I usually draw with this really confident line, right? I can draw in my sleep because I've been drawing for 38 years. Yeah, 38 years. But I'm 48 now. So you do the math. When did I start, right? So I started when I get on the plane, came to America, right? So I draw ever since I go to America, because in America, you don't just study and become a doctor and engineer. You actually get to be you. So I really hope by me coming here to school at PSL, I want to encourage every children and every parent to be who you are supposed to be and not be someone else you're not, okay? So here I am, I'm doing this beautiful eyes and I'm gonna sign it in Chinese. So just to do something different, 2016, today is the 10th, the 6th, is it? All right, yeah, so here it is. My famous drawing, and I'll let you guess what this is because the whole 100% drawings you can find on YouTube, and I draw this thing right side up, upside down. So I'm the first one who drew this lion 8 feet tall, upside down. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Davy Liu, for joining us today. We wish you good luck for your upcoming projects. This was Mr. Davy Liu. If you want to know more about him, feel free to join. Feel free to search www.mrdavyliu.com. Bye!